Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. 70, Indy. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, look, three. Hey, lock it. Five.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, it's Coleman. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, over, on the ball. Get it.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Young looks to throw on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go.
Check three. Alert flare. 36.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, box drop. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Young looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Squeeze. He's checking crack.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hatchet.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here is Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey, Charlie. Hey.
Check. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, Delta.
Young. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Check 56. What? Check 99. Switch.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, Young. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, it's Coleman. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Bravo!
Mike 29. Here we go. 29 is the Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Young. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Go out. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Young with it, third and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike 56. 56. Pull it. Now. Go. Switch off. Check 24. Check 24. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check hot route. Hot. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Mine's 56. Mine. Action. Joker. Now.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all time?
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson, he sets to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Month's 56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our go. Be good.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Robert Foster, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This one there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
He's coming, he's here. We got double up. Show him.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I'm coming after you.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun again to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Niners' 46-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 50.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Check pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Choking spell. Ready?
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready. 10 logo.
Watch the run.
Go. 5.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
56. Check 56.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check three. Talk. Check the backer. Watch it. Go. Check 31. Check 31.
On second and 9, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
56. Mike.
To throw on third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They will run again with Coleman. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
We go. 8 read. Hey, I 7.
Mike was 59.
Get it.
To throw is Young from the gun on third down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now Joe Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
That's a what? Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Let's go. Here we go. Play 56. Mike 56. You got to get the ball, dude. Let's go. Slip. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Switch it. Switch it.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
Let's go now. 15, line it. 15 line. Hey, lock it. Speed dribble.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Hey, watch it, watch it. He's checking. Crash.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 5'9". He don't know no better. Mike, let's go.
Young back near the goal line. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go. Not a rookie. Check, check, three. Check for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
16, 49ers 14.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team. Check. Lucky. Hey, look. Go. Check. Hey.
Throwing is Jackson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes this a 9-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo.
59 mark. Check, 59. Don't get nervous.
Young to throw again. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Young working out of the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Young And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air once more, Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got an open man, it's Foster. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
He's checking credit. Mike 56, Mike 56. That's it. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Mixon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hatchet. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Go.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 16. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run with Mixon. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Check 99. Check 99.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Cincinnati, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a loss that could hurt them.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm